Oh, hello YouTube. Sorry, I was trying to do something. Today, well, I already done the Frank's Patriot short-term review. I'm going to be doing the what the heck was that? Yeah, someone comes in. I got a fork for them. So. Oh, YouTube. Already done the Frank's Patriot short-term review. Had those boots right at 2 months. Had these boots right at 2 months. These are the JK OT Pro. As you can see, this is not does not have a logger heel. This is an 8-inch boot, rough out bottom, smooth upper. The Vibram Montana, Joe Montana. Shout out to Old School Criminal Minds, back when it was good. JK OT Pros. I'm gonna say it. Whoops. I'm gonna say it. I've had zero issues with these boots. Zero complaints. I like them. I like wearing them. They've been a good boot to me. I've wore these several days in the yard switching on a switcher, going back and forth, walking, throwing rails, getting up and down on moving equipment legally, getting up and down on equipment in general. I've wore these personal situations, personal occasions. Got a couple compliments on these boots. I got a couple compliments on the Frank's Patriot as well, but I've gotten more compliments on these boots. I always say that, you know, if you're not getting compliments from the way you smell, upgrade your shoe wear, upgrade your boot wear. You'll get compliments that way. No smell, no smell. I'm doing this review quite differently than I am, the short-term review, I should say, quite differently than I am the Frank's Patriot review, because Frank's already has a great reputation. They are not known for issues. They're not known for mess-ups. They're known for their great arch support, their great sizing, their great quality control, their great quality in general, and their quality control, their customer service. And JK's, on the other hand, kind of have a spotty reputation, you know, give or take. Seems like you see a lot more ads on Facebook and other forms of social media for the JKs. So, you know, take that what you will, and maybe, you know, if they're spending more money in marketing, then there shouldn't be any money taken away from their quality control. Like I said in my initial review, there was only the only thing I had an issue with was there was like a piece of, or not a piece, but there was a, see, I don't even know which boot it was on now, so that's irrelevant now. There was just a little glue spot on one part of the shoe, on one part of the boot. But I will say, one boot, the rough out is a little more rough than the other. My left boot, the left boot is a little more rough than the right boot on the rough out. And that hasn't affected anything yet. I just hope that it doesn't affect anything long term, like maybe the one that's more rough isn't as rugged, or maybe the one that isn't as rough isn't as rugged, or maybe one's going to wear out faster than the other, or maybe there's no difference at all. Maybe it's just a pet peeve for me, but it is a pet peeve nonetheless. JK sizing, had no issues with the sizing. However, these did come with the Spinco inserts. It's a pain in the butt to try to take these out and then put them back in, so I'm not going to take them out. The boot, I probably, maybe, I don't know. They fit great. They fit good without the Spinco inserts. They fit great with the Spinco inserts. They fit a little bit better with the Spinco inserts. You know, I don't want to say I could go down half a size on the length or size on the width. These are a 9.5 triple E. These are a 9.5 3E. If I would have went to a 9.5 double E or a 9 triple E, I'm afraid that if I went to a 9 triple E, I'm afraid the boots wouldn't be as long. I'm afraid that they'd be too short, because there's a perfect thumb width on the boots. There's a perfect thumb width on the boots. The width is perfect, honestly. The width is perfect with a 9.5 double E. It's just the width is right, the length is right. There's just a little extra up and down movement in the boots without the Spinco inserts. Now, I can tighten the boots tighter, but I don't want to cut off circulation to my feet, if you know what I mean. But these Spinco inserts that are probably, let me see, that are honestly, it's probably between 1/8 and 1/4 of an inch thick. And then they're probably, by the time that they're compressed, it's probably 1/8 of an inch thick. That's the perfect width that it's needed. So I really can't fault them for that. If it's that close, then it's that close. I can't, crap on them for that, because, it's 1/8 of an inch. So, and there's horror stories online about JK. Don't get me wrong, I had a good experience. I had 0 issues with these JKs. Can't speak for anyone else. But I can say that in 2 months, these have been a great boot. These have been absolutely a great boot. I was really impressed when I put these on, and then I put the Franks on, and then I put the Franks on, and I felt the arch support. I felt the benefits of the heel. I was worried, oh crap, I shouldn't have bought these. I was honestly worried. But then when I actually put my foot and I started to wear them, I was tremendously impressed by the arch support in this boot. I'm tremendously impressed. I really am. Excuse me. By the arch support in this boot. I don't want to say too much, but I'll put it this way. I can put these boots on and then put the Franks on and not wish, oh man, I wish I would have put these JKs back on. I prefer the arch support in them, or vice versa. If I have the Franks on and I go to these JKs, I don't say, man, I wish I had the arch support in these that I do in the Franks. Now, don't get me wrong. The benefits of the logger heel are there on the Franks. Do I prefer wearing the Franks? Yeah, I do. There's just something about the Franks that I prefer better than these. I'm not sure what it is really. I just prefer the overall feel of the Franks. I keep referring to these as shoes because these really do fit almost like, they don't fit like shoes, but they honestly do feel almost like shoes compared to the Franks. And this is not a Frank JK comparison, but it's just what's fresh in my head. To me, these are almost like sneakers. Now, these are heavy-duty boots. These are more heavy-duty than the Franks Queries or the Danner Queries. These are more heavy-duty than the Danner's Superforce. So, take that what you will. These are more expensive, though. These are more expensive than the Franks. But I honestly think these are worth it. I got these on discount. They had like a it's either Father's Day or 4th of July sale. I can't remember which one. But I got these really discounted, so it made it worth it. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of messages on my phone. I can't complain, really. These are like I said, the Vibram Montana. These are stitched. These are stitched, and there are just 2 screws in the sole. Now these are more so of a cemented construction, I will say. But you don't have the logger heel. You don't have as thick of a midsole. Now here towards the ball of your foot, they actually kind of do away with the leather midsole, and that hasn't bothered me yet. I think because of the arch support. Like I said, the arch support in these are absolutely wonderful. For them to be not a high heel boot, not a high arch looking boot. The arch support is absolutely tremendous. I mean, I'm feeling it right here. I think, wow, it's quite amazing, honestly. And even with the Spinco insert, the boot has broken in. I've been able to feel it. It has broken in. And, I haven't had any quality control issues. Like I said, I followed the JK recommendation of oiling them. I actually haven't got around to brushing these because, I'll be honest with you, I didn't really think about it last time I wore these. But excuse me, I'll brush these off. I don't actually take a wet wash rag and kind of wipe these down. I just do the brushing on these. I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like the only thing these needs is brushed. It seems like the Franks, to me, I think the black shows a lot more than this brown does. But everything is just, it's nice. It's broken in. It's almost like a shoe, JK says, you don't have to break these in. And, wearing them 2 months, the quality hasn't fell on them. They don't feel like they're going to fall apart. They don't feel like a cheap boot. They feel, ready to go out of the box, which is, very attractive. Let's say you did buy these on sale and they last 3 years. Before, let's say they last, 2 years before they need a resole, 3 to 4 years before they need a rebuild, and they constantly, come out of the box ready to go. So you don't have to have that long break-in period that everyone talks about, which, just quit being a pussy and wear your boots, honestly. So annoying to hear that. Oh, that's a hard break-in. Well, don't wear these boots if you don't want to. That's simple. That's a little rant. And here I am almost trying to break through that I talked about earlier in the Franks video of getting halfway through a review and being like, crap, I just don't want to do it anymore. But these are a good boot. I haven't had any issues with them. I'm trying to make sure I covered everything with these than I did on the Franks. Every point. Arch support's good. Haven't had any quality control issues. Oh, this sizing, like I said, the sizing on these, it's literally comes down to 1/8 of an inch of room up and down in the boot. My foot fits perfectly when I put my foot, fits perfectly here in the heel. It's not rocking in the heel. It's not moving around in the heel. It is literally just 1/8 of an inch of movement extra. But really, I would take that back. It's really just a extra room in here. So let's say if you're wearing a big, thick, heavy sock, maybe take the Spinco insert out. It's been warm here. It's just recently in the past week started getting kind of cool. So I've been wearing not thin socks, but not thick, heavy duty socks. And people are like, well, you need to wear the socks that you're going to be wearing. Yeah, I'm not going to be wearing some thick insulated sock in the middle of the summer though, dummy. Whereas in the wintertime, I'm not going to be wearing some thin, breathable, light sock. So that could be it. We'll see when it gets wintertime. Oh yeah, and one more thing. I'm not sure if it's just because it's rough out, but these boots are a lot warmer than the Franks. I'm not sure if it's because the rough out is on the bottom, but these boots get a lot warmer than the Franks. Not hot, but they just get warmer. So that could just be the rough out being on the outside and the smooth being on the inside. I'm not really sure, but it is something to kind of think about. I've never actually heard someone truly mention it. Sound like Al Bundy. And I've really never heard anyone truly mention that, but it's interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see in the long run too. Basically a 500 You see, yeah. Basically, these were basically $500 after tax and shipping. Basically, a $500 boot versus a $400 boot, being the Frank's Patriot. The Danner Super Query. I know they retail for $450, but on sale you can find them $350 almost all day long. So I'm gonna call $350 after taxes, shipping, blah blah blah, right at $400. So the Danner Super Query and the Frank's Patriot are right there in the price range, and then the Danner Query being at Frank's Super Duty. Shoot, Jesus Christ! The Danner Super Rainforest and the Frank's Patriot are basically right there in the same price range, give or take $10, depending on if there's a sale going on, or blah blah blah. You can always find a sale online, go to blah blah blah. But $300 for the Danner Query, $250 for the Red Wing Dynaforce, and between $165 and $200 for the Keen Davenports. All of those are going to be boots that I'm doing. We're going to be doing a long-term review. I'm going to be doing a long-term. Shoot, Jesus Christ! I just need to let the video go. I'm going to be doing reviews on all those boots. Maybe not today, but there will be reviews on all those boots. Catch you later. I suck.